the top 12 candidates slay in their swimwear, enamored us in their long gown, but that was just half of the competition. We are now about to enter the crucial round that will determine their fate tonight.
Yes, sis, because being a Binibini means more than being lovely, pretty, and captivating. She needs to win the hearts of the people by inspiring them through her words. We are now about to begin the most interesting, highly anticipated part of the competition. Of course, Nicole and I's favorite, the question and answer round.
Before us are light sticks and a radiant, colorful installation reflecting the vibrant identity and dynamic look of P-pop. From this, our finalists will take turns in picking a name of a judge who will ask her a question. The moment she responds, her 30-second time limit begins, and this sound will indicate she has 5 seconds remaining to finish her answer. Should the ladies go beyond their time limit, it will affect their scores.
Aside from our judges, we have invited prominent guest panelists who will join us also with their questions. So, it's time for our Binibinis to face the Q&A round. Let's begin with the first finalist, Binibini from Iloilo City, number 5.
Kindly pick your judge.
And you have picked our beautiful judge, Miss Atisa Manalo.
Hi, Binibini Iloilo.
Hi, Atisa.
My question is, body positivity has taken huge strides in today's society, and people have started recognizing beauty in all forms, shapes, sizes, and even color. Do you think beauty pageants have adapted and kept up with the diverse beauty standards that we have in the world right now?
For me, yes. You know what? Before, I have been struggling and people have been criticizing me because of my body. When Catriona Gray passed her crown to the next Miss Universe, she told us about the 3 mountains that she conquered, and that inspired me, conquering others. And then I joined Binibining Pilipinas last year, and this night, I am here standing in front of you, telling you that no matter size, shape, you're beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 5.
Thank you to more conquering Mayon volcanoes.
The next Binibini is Binibini 8 from Angono, Rizal. Herlene Nicole Budol. Pick a judge. You pick Mr. Cecilio Asuncion.
Hello po.
Hi. A beauty pageant is a space for transformation. What has been your biggest character transformation since you joined? And how could this make you deserving of a crown tonight? Gusto mo mag-Tagalog ako?
Pwede po.
Sige. Mag-Tagalog tayo. Ang beauty pageant ay isang lugar para sa transformasyon. Anong transformasyon na importante ang nangyari sa iyo habang nandito ka sa Binibining Pilipinas?
Maraming salamat po. Para sa akin, isang karangalan na nakatungtong ako dito sa Binibining Pilipinas bilang isang binibining hindi inaasahan. Para sa akin, ang sarap palang mangarap. Ang sarap mangarap. Walang imposible. Isa po akong komedyante na laki sa hirap. At ang aking transformasyon ay ang magbigay ng inspirasyon. Because I know... Because I know for myself that I am beautiful. Because I know for myself that I am uniquely beautiful with a mission. Salamat po.
Thank you, Binibini 8 from Angono, Rizal.
Salamat.
Our next Binibini is Binibini 17. Please step up. It's your turn for the question and answer round. Kindly pick a judge or a guest panelist. And you have picked Judge Mr. Rico Hizon.
All right, here you go.
Binibining 17, Miss Tacloban, here's the question for you. A previous quiz segment in a reality competition revealed that many of our young kababayans, young Filipinos, are not anymore aware and familiar with our own national heroes. For you, how important is it to look back at our history and learn more about the personalities about our past in order to build a better future?
Thank you. I believe that it is really important and we should not disregard our history. Because why? It is part of our culture, it is part of our past, and it is part of who we are today as a Filipinos. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Up next is Binibining 23 from Cebu. Kindly pick your judge. Good evening. You picked a guest panelist on video, so turn around. It is Mr. Donnie Pangilinan.
Magandang gabi po, Binibining Pilipinas. The question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself as a responsible Filipino citizen, and why?
As a responsible Filipino citizen, I'd like to give myself a good 8 because I know that there's always room to improve. There's so much I don't know, but there's so much I'm willing to learn, and I hope to do that with you.
Thank you, Binibining 23.
Up next, we have Binibining 28. Kindly pick a judge or a guest panelist from the bowl. Thank you very much. We have another guest panelist who will ask their question on video, and it is Senator Riza Hontiveros.
Hello to the followers and fans of Binibining Pilipinas. Mabuhay kayong lahat at magandang gabi sa iyo, Binibini. Here's my question. Pageants are a celebration of beauty and goodwill. However, there's also a lot of toxicity, online and offline, that fails to empower us women. If you win as our Binibini, how will you deal with fake news and other negative comments criticizing your looks, intelligence, and the way you live your life?
Good evening, everyone. I have been receiving a lot of opinions from other people, and I am not complaining about it because people are entitled of their own opinion. As for me, I will always remind women that we are strong, independent, and courageous because these are the traits that are very critical to the complicated roles that us women play in today's society. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Up next, we have Binibining 31, our last of the first batch of Q&A.
You may now pick your judge, Binibining 31. You picked a guest panelist, Miss Abina Apaya.
Kumusta sa lahat? Hello everyone, my name is Abina Apaya, your Miss Grand International 2020. My question to you is, what are your thoughts and sentiments on the advocacy, My Body, My Choice?
I believe that all women should always be entitled to our own opinions, and we should have the most autonomy on whatever decision that we have towards our body. Because as women, we are a tower of strength, a pillar of hope, and a champion of purpose. And we should always believe that all our choices should always come right into our hands. Thank you.
What an exciting first Q&A round, and I'm sure that that countless pageant fans just like you and me, sis, would love to try their hands on those questions. And many of those questions are still coming up, so stay glued to your screens and keep those minds working because we will be right back.
A chance for them to speak their minds and possibly impact their generation. Let's keep the momentum going with our second batch of Binibinis, starting with Binibini number 35. Kindly pick a judge or guest panelist. And you have picked our very beautiful Miss Globe and Collis.
Good evening, Binibini.
Good evening.
Here's my question. A pageant crown can give you fame and influence, but so can social media and other online channels. So, how can a pageant still attract young women to its platform when the internet can make instant celebrities out of content creators?
I know that both platforms can give you fame and give you influence. You can influence people in both platforms, but through pageants, you can be your own person. You can use your voice about your opinions, your advocacies. That is the exact reason why I joined Binibining Pilipinas, because I was an influencer before. I did Pinoy Big Brother, but then I decided to join this pageant because I want to use my voice, my advocacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 35. Up next, we have Binibini 39. You picked Mr. George Barcelon.
My question for you is, studies say Filipinos are one of the happiest people on earth. Why is this so, despite the huge challenges Filipinos face every day?
I personally experienced such difficulties during the past 3 months of Binibining Pilipinas, traveling all the way from Tarlac to Manila in split hours. And I know that Filipinos are happy because we love to do our passion, our purpose in life. And that is the greatest reason why we are happy. And I know I am happy right now, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Binibini 39.
Up next, we have Binibini 40. Please pick a judge or a guest panelist. And you have picked the Honorable Alfredo Pascual.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Nowadays, we often hear the word essentials. At this point in your life, what are the missing essentials? And why do you say so?
I think one of the missing essentials nowadays, especially we came from a Generation Z, a Generation X, is maybe old telephones. Because the reason why I remember my dad and I going to a vintage shop and buying a vintage telephone. And with that, I can really see the importance of our history and what we came from in the past. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 40.
Next, we have Binibini 25. Please step forward, looking lovely and white. Kindly pick a judge or guest panelist. And you have picked our also very beautiful judge, Miss Jane De Leon.
Hi, Binibini. And here's my question. Becoming a beauty queen is a pursuit of fame. What are you willing to give up for fame?
Well, actually, a couple of months ago, I just moved to the Philippines. My whole life changed. But for me, that wasn't a sacrifice. because it was my dream. And I always wanted to be in the Philippines, not only to join Binibining Pilipinas, but also to be closer to my family and to my Filipino heritage. And today, I am living the dream on this stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 25. Up next, we have Binibini 32. You picked His Excellency Ioannis Periotis.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to ask you, what would you rather be? A person who leads or a person who innovates?
Well, I would rather be a person who innovates, especially nowadays. That is what we need. We need innovators. We need people who would push us further in our future. Because what we need is people who would help us to have a more progressive future. Especially now that we're under a pandemic, we need people who would help us. That is why I would love to encourage everyone to become innovators, to push for your decisions in life, and don't be scared to take risks. Thank you.
Thank you, Binibini 32.
And last but not least of our question and answer round, we have Binibini 1. Please step forward. Please pick a glow stick. And you have picked our judge, Mr. Joshua Garcia.
Hello.
Good evening.
Magandang gabi.
Magandang gabi po.
Okay, here's your question. Personally, how do you distinguish a historian from a marites?
A historian is one who recognizes our painful past with factual evidence, looking back at our rich, vibrant history, and as well at the times when our humanity was trampled on and our heritage was almost erased. If we look at our past, we can surely move onward and upward and rebuild, rise from this pandemic, and dream for a safer, healthier, and happier Philippines.
Thank you very much, Binibini 1. Woo, Nicole, that concludes our question and answer round. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy feat for these empowered women to stand up here under the eyes of thousands and answer with such great and admirable composure. Binibinis, you should all be very, very proud.
That's right, sis, especially with the pressure of the game-changing element of this round. I mean, last year, we had our very own Cinderella story during the Q&A portion, who eventually went on to become our Miss Intercontinental 2021, Cinderella Obenita.
Very, very true. We've seen how all of their rigorous trainings have worked for our candidates now that they've laid all of their cards on the table. We are officially concluding this year's rounds of competition, and the judges will now begin their deliberation, which is honestly the hardest job tonight. And just after a few, we'll have more special awards to add more excitement, so don't go anywhere.